Well, good morning, good afternoon, or good night. Welcome to another interview. Today's guest will be Boz. That's her nickname. She will tell us her actual name and how to pronounce it because I don't want to butcher it because I never call her that. And she's gonna tell us a little bit about her. I met her when I moved here to Orlando, and she's a great friend. So here she is. There we go. What we're gonna do, like how this works, I'm just gonna ask you random questions and just answer as honestly as you can.
Okay, cool.
This is not anything serious. This is just to have a little fun. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so in the intro that I made for the video, I called you Boz because that's what I call you. That's the nickname you go for. Can you tell us your name and how you actually pronounce it?
Nicole Bazes.
See, that's how you pronounce it. I was not gonna butcher it because you were gonna if I did. But first things first, what do you have for breakfast?
I had eggs with toast. Egg whites. I don't like the yolk.
Oh, well, at least you have breakfast. I don't know why I don't like breakfast.
Oh, I love it. I'm like used to it because my mom's like big on breakfast. So
If you could erase any holiday from every calendar, which holiday would it be?
oh man. Columbus Day.
Okay. If you could, what is the most ridiculous goal you have in life? My most ridiculous goal would be make a split.
Make a split?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have the flexibility. I can't do that.
My most ridiculous goal. I think one of mine was to like, especially in college, I was just like, I'm gonna own like my own apartment in New York City, like blah blah blah. And then I realized like, hell no, like, it's not gonna happen.
I forgot to ask. Tell everyone where you're from.
I'm from Queens, New York.
So, she's from New York. She speaks Greek. I wish I could. That way we could understand each other.
It's okay.
But it's funny every time I speak Spanish in front of you, you start speaking Greek, and
it works out.
It works out. What was the last movie or TV show that you saw?
I've been Outlander because a new episode came out yesterday.
If you could make a new law, any law, and it would happen 100%, what would it be and why?
I think, okay, if there was a new law, because I don't know if it's actually a legit one, but like if you get caught drinking and driving, your license should be revoked and you should be able to have a car or a license for like 5 to 10 years. Easily. Like minimum 5 years.
That's fair. That would help a lot, actually. Because a night in jail is sometimes it's not enough.
Yeah. It's like a slap on the wrist.
Yeah, because you just go out and you can just do it again every single night. If you could play any musical instrument, which one would it be?
Guitar.
Why?
I don't know, because I just love like when songs are done like with acoustic, with like guitars and stuff, and it just sounds so pretty. Or the piano, because I have a piano in my house back home, and I literally don't know how to use it.
But you were never curious to like learn just to play that piano?
No. So that piano, literally no one's used it, so it's literally so out of tune. So even if I knew how to play it, it would not sound good.
I mean,
because no one uses it at home.
But if you knew how to play it, you probably wouldn't be out of tune. Probably.
Oh, probably not. But
yeah.
Guitar being first.
I'm gonna have you shoot. Would you rather not shower for a week or eat the same meal for a week?
Not shower for a week. I can't even eat the same thing for 2 days, let alone a week. That's why I can't meal prep.
I would say the same, but I have eaten the same thing for a whole week.
And my hair can go a week without showering, so.
What's the most valuable thing you own? Let it be sentimental value, like money-wise.
Most sentimental.
Yeah, your most your prized possession. That's something that is very you, is very yours.
Honestly, this might sound superficial, but I'm gonna say my car because I worked hard to get it, and it's like my first car that's in my name, and like I paid the insurance on it and like the monthly payments and things like that. So definitely that
one. If you could, wait, not it. Oh yeah. Would you rather be bald or be covered head to toe with hair?
Be bald because wigs exist.
Exact. That's what I always say. You can literally have purple hair. Let's say you could have purple hair today, you have pink hair tomorrow, and you just have to like, ooh, I'm tired.
I mean, Jeffree Star does it. He has like red hair, and then the next video he'll have like long, like luscious, like purple ombre blue hair. Yeah.
Okay, what song make your hairs like crawl, like give you goosebumps? What is that song that you every time you hear you're like, oh, this is my song?
It's a good question. Honestly, anything from Katy Perry. No, the Katy Perry song for the Olympics, Rise. So empowering. Ooh. Gets me going. Makes me want to work
out. What would you eat for your last meal?
Steak.
Steak?
Yeah, like a nice, juicy, like New York sirloin steak.
Ooh.
But the whole 9 yards, like vegetables, mashed potatoes, and everything.
Like the whole thing. Of course, you can't just have the steak. I mean,
yeah, no.
I assumed you would have it with something.
Yeah.
For me, I would get a home cooked meal probably from my grandma, something like that, or I would take like something very Puerto Rican, like the plantains and all that kind of stuff, all the weird stuff we have.
Yeah.
But a steak is, oh, I'm hungry. So talking about food, now that we're talking about food, during this quarantine, what is that go-to snack that you have?
Hummus with celery, because one, I eat celery, like I'm like a rabbit, I eat celery but plain. So celery, carrots with hummus, and I've also made like homemade like avocado hummus, which is really good. Because also me working, like I have to like get little snacks too. So me like munching on little things is like really easy for me to keep my like hunger down.
So at work. Now we're gonna to get into the serious question. During this whole shit show that we're going through, how did it affect your work? How did it affect your routine, your daily life? Anything that impacted you personally? Talk to us about that.
Okay, so first when it was coming out, I know like at work I would always like joke around with it, being like, oh haha, like everyone's joking about like washing their hands, like something we should have been doing for the past like months of years. And then when I was at work, we announced that Disney World closed, and like we didn't find out until like CNN posted it. So we all like were just literally sitting around being like, I'm not taking this next call. Like I don't know what to say to these people. And we just saw our queue like skyrocket to like the thousands because we didn't know what to do. And then we slowly got into the routine, like, okay, we're focusing on like the March people first. Like, don't call if you're coming in July. Like, no, like March right now. And then they slowly started like sending us home, like if you have it. So like if you have like a quiet workspace, things like that. I'm working. I don't want to say I got lucky. But out of my four, so I live with, including myself, I live with 4 people. 2 of them went home, and the other one is also working from home, but he's working from home from his room. So I have to, when they sent us home, they pretty much sent us like a monitor tower, and like we have to be connected to the router. And our router is like in our living room. So I have to like take my desk from my room, put it in the living room. And they suggest that you have a quiet workspace. So it's pretty quiet in my apartment, so I'm able to work. It's just weird rolling out of bed and just literally going in my pajamas and going to work.
Oof. How have you adapted? Sleep schedule, in your case, not that much because you're working, but let's say your eating habits, your entertainment, how have you adapted to like all these whole quarantine?
Sleep, I literally don't get any because I literally just watch my ceiling fan go. And it also doesn't help like the time difference between here and France. Like I know like at like 1 to like 5 I get a message. So I was like, okay, I don't know why, like my mind just wakes up and I answer it and then I go back to sleep. Eating habits, I definitely munched a lot more because like it's so easy for me to just like go to my refrigerator, get something, and then go back to work. Definitely reading a lot more. So that's pretty good. That's the bright side of this. And slowly but surely working out more. I'm like doing like my old dance workouts from what I remember. So I sound health-wise great.
So it's working out for you, like so far.
It's definitely an adjustment, but again, I just do it during like one of my 15-minute breaks just to like get something done. And again, Pinterest helps with like trying to do like little things because I'm not doing no 15K off the top of the like out of the bat running.
So enough about serious stuff. And if you could have any talent that you don't have right now, which one would it be and why?
Singing.
You would love to sing?
Yeah, because I always like in general, I always love singing, but I sound like a tone deaf walrus, so I feel bad for anyone that's near me. So I wish I had a nicer
voice. So how would you solve problems if you were from Mars?
How would I solve problems if I was from Mars?
Yeah, any kind of problem. Imagine you were from Mars.
Huh. Well, one, I'd come to Earth and be like, get your shit together and figure this shit out. Y'all suck.
You would be like, I don't want you to come visit my place.
Like, I know we have oxygen here, and we can technically, I think it's like a planet we can technically like adapt and live on, but I'd be like, nah, figure your shit out here, then come.
If you could pick up the phone and call one person, living or dead, right now, who would it be?
Obama.
If you were on a shipwreck, on a deserted island, but food and water were taken care of, so you don't have to worry about that, what 2 items would you want to have with you?
Sunscreen and tanning oil, so that's 1. How many do I have?
2 items.
And a tent, because I'm not an outdoorsy person, so built like tent, like maybe 2 stories or something like that. That's already built, or like all I have to do is just like, what was it? Kind of like in Spy Kids. Oh my god, it was in the Spy Kids movie. I think the second one where it's like Islands of Dreams, where they just throw the tent, like they just throw something on the floor and everything just sets up. Yeah, that.
That would be perfect.
Like in Harry Potter, in what was it? The
Goblet.
The Goblet of Fire, where there's like that whole big like Euro, like the whole big quiz tournament, and their tents are like massive. Like on the outside, it's really small, but on the inside, it's like ginormous mansions.
Is it the Prisoner of Azkaban? The one where no, it's a Goblet of Fire. It's a Goblet of
Fire, Prisoner of Azkaban.
Is a Goblet of Fire because in the beginning of the movie they're in the Quidditch tournament and they see Victor Crumb. So yeah.
Yeah, no, one of those tents.
I mean, anyone would love to have one of those. You having a gigantic field and that is your property and you just have a tent. But inside it would be like a gigantic mansion. It would
like 14-bedroom house.
Yeah, it would be perfect. Like you have all this space to build around it, and you can put more tents and stuff. And to modify it, you just have to flick your wand, like here.
Yeah, just like, no, I don't want this anymore.
What is your most hilarious childhood memory?
Most hilarious childhood memory. Huh. Okay, it's not my childhood memory, but we were on vacation together. So, growing up, so my parents and my uncle Lee and my tia Georgia, they planned me and my brothers, like my brother and me, and then George and Valerie, because me and Val are 6 weeks apart. George and Gus are 6 weeks apart, so we're 100% like planned to be close. We would always do trips together. That's why like I pretty much been to all the Caribbean. One of the trips we did was to the Bahamas, and you know how most hotel rooms, it's a bed, like a little nightstand, and then another bed. So that's how this hotel room was. And then my Uncle Louis is sitting there just like doing like Olympics, like doing flips from one bed to another. And we're all sitting there, like we're all there hanging out. And he's like, all right, who wants to go? And like we're all like, he's taking us and throwing us to like each bed like we're Olympians. Then my cousin Val goes and she's like, oh, I want to go. He throws her. She keeps jumping, and it's one of those cartoons where she like slams right on the wall and it just goes down. I think we sent it to like America's Funniest Home Videos too. Yeah,
oh my god. I can picture it. So talking about when you were a kid, what do you miss from when you were a kid?
I miss going on bike rides, because where my house is back in New York, there's like literally a block and a half away. My family lives right by Bound Park. So at bikes, we would just literally like, that would be our workout. We would just get bikes and just bike around. And there were a lot of kids, mine and my brother's age, that would go there too. So we would always hang out there. Like even like after school, we would always just say like, okay, Bound Park at like this time, and we would all go.
Oh,
and
that's
just be
kind of
back
cute.
like at a time.
That is so cute. I remember going on bike rides, but I lived in a hill thing. So guess who was always on the floor? Because I never figured out the brakes for the bikes. There's always one person that does not know how to use the brakes and always put the feet out and start like using their feet as brakes. That was me. But living on a hill doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. So I was in the ground a lot. If a penguin walks in right now to your room wearing a sombrero, what would he say and why is he there?
Wait, if a what walked in my room?
A penguin.
A penguin? Well, hopefully he would say margaritas. Since he has a sombrero.
And why would he be there? To bring the margaritas over?
The pool is finally open in my complex, because it's like 90 degrees right now and our complex pool is closed, and especially where like my apartment is, like I'm staring at my pool right now and it's so tempting to like just hop the fence and jump in.
I feel you, because I hate this the most, because before the quarantine the days were not as beautiful as the ones we're having right now. Like the temperatures.
They weren't as hot. That's also the thing. It's not as hot. Like me and my roommates, we would always go by the pool, but the water, it wouldn't be refreshing. Whereas like now, 90-degree weather, that pool seems great right now.
Yeah. If you had a superpower, which one would it be and why?
See, I always wanted to say like read people's minds, because I'm nosy and I like knowing things, but like I wouldn't want to be in people's heads. I'm trying to think. I think I want to say to know the future, but more not know like years ahead, more like thinking of like the consequences of like the near future. Like I wouldn't want to know like so far ahead, because you can know when like people die and stuff, but like pretty much like I would say like the future within 48 hours, just so like you can see like, or maybe a month. So see like what you're doing today has the consequences for tomorrow, type of thing.
Yeah, that makes sense, because it's what you say. If you look too far ahead, you can you will end up seeing things that maybe you don't want to see. But for me, my superpower would be to travel in time, but I would not go forward. I would go back.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a good one too.
I would go back.
Yeah, I would want to go back. I would want to go back only to go to like the 80s or the 70s because I always tell people I was born. Definitely, my hair was born in the wrong generation.
So who would win a fight, Edna Mode or Woody?
I think Edna Mode because she's smart and she would be like, I mean, look at the suit she made Jack.
I mean,
so
yeah.
I think Edna Mode. She wouldn't even have to leave her chair. She would just like hit a remote and Woody would be like, bye bye.
I think Woody would win. Just for the fact
Woody would have to think.
But he's
like
a toy.
Edna Mode would be 2 steps ahead. Woody would have to like recuperate from the first blow. And then by that point, she's already like 4 steps ahead.
That's true. I think that she would be a very, very clever woman.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
If you could compare yourself to any animal, which animal would it be and why?
I want to say like a little monkey, like a chimpanzee, because although they're cute and like and nice and stuff, piss us off, we'll throw poop at you. Not saying that I'm gonna throw poop at you, but like I'll definitely like rip someone's hair out if they mess with me, type of thing.
Oh my god, the image. Just the image. Well, and technically you would be your own monkey, so.
And I call people monkeys anyway.
I know, so it would fit you perfectly, honestly.
There you go.
If you were a tree, what kind of tree would you be?
Ooh. See, you would think that with my dad being a florist, I would know trees and like greenery, but I don't. I'm just gonna go with the cherry tree because I love cherries. Don't even know what they look like, but I love what they have. Cherries.
What is your fight song? I'm gonna give you an example. Isn't it? When I say fight song, I mean like this song that if you were being recorded and they're filming your life, is that when you have a big disagreement or like you're very agitated, that's a song that's playing on the background and you're going in slow motion, very dramatic, all in. My fight song would be Barbie Girl by Aqua, but I would choose an acoustic version of that. So even though I'm like very agitated, I would be like, you will be hearing like Barbie Girl, like it's like super soft, super calming in the background, and I would be like all in, just crying and sweating and all that. What is your fight song?
Mine would definitely be, oh my god, it's the Evanescence song. Yeah, it's an Evanescence song. Is it Immortal?
My Immortal.
Yeah, My Immortal. There you go.
Ooh, that is a nice song.
Because I'm still waiting for their comeback. I say this till I'm dead. I'm waiting for their comeback.
I mean, they came back, but they went away again.
Yeah. No, I need them to come back and stay.
Do you think you are brave?
To a certain extent.
What is the dumbest thing you have done on a dare?
Dumbest thing I've done on a dare. I haven't done that dumb things on dares because I don't get dared a lot. I usually just make bets. Like, I bet you $5 like this, and then I go and do it, but that's pretty much it. But even then, they're, like, stupid. They're not, like, the dumb ones.
It's fine. If you want to laugh at me a little, one time, I remember when I was in middle school, someone spilled Coke on the floor, like soda on the floor, and they bet me, I think it was 50 cents or $1, that I would lick it off the floor.
Hello, Milo.
In my school. I did it. I got the $1. I think after that, I actually got sick, but it was not.
Of course you did.
It was nothing major, but I got $1. That was
there you go.
For me, that's the dumbest thing I've done in a dare.
Yeah.
What is your go-to order right now from your favorite place? if you could have that one meal from that your favorite meal from your favorite restaurant right now, what would it be? And what restaurant?
So there's this place in Queens called Press 195, and they have dope paninis. And the thing is, the way that the menu works is it's literally by number. So when you order, you say, "Oh, I want the number this and the number this." I ordered the number 9 with steak. It's like steak, mozzarella, sautéed onions, garlic, cilantro, and I put avocados in it too, and pepper jack cheese and jalapenos. Oof. And with their Belgian fries. So they're fries that are double fried, and they have this dope chipotle mayo sauce. So that.
What do you collect that no one knows about?
What?
What do you collect? Is there anything you collect, you gather that no one knows about, or maybe people know about it, but what is that one thing that you collect?
So one thing that I collect, it's more of like a whole family thing, is we collect shot glasses. So since my mom travels so much for work, she just started collecting like shot glasses for me and my brother. But the thing is, like, everyone would catch up on it. So like my cousin who went to Cambodia got us a shot glass, and like if you go into my house, we have one like entire cabinet, like glass cabinet of just like tiers of like shot glasses.
If you could learn any language fluently, which one would it be?
French for right now. For obvious reasons.
Yeah. What is the weirdest thing you have done on a date?
Weirdest thing I've done on a date. Okay, it's not really weird. It was just embarrassing. I remember this. We were at Chipotle and just talking, and I was just nervous, so like I was like talking a lot. And the next thing you know, not realizing, I like put my hand down or I put something down. I think it was my hand about something, and I didn't realize where my fork was. So my fork was in my burrito bowl, and it flung and went all in my face and like all in my hair. And I'm just sitting there like, this would have happened to someone. It would happen to me. And the guy just like looked at there and just laughed. And I was laughing too. He's like, he's like, you were the only girl I would know that would laugh at this. And I was like, honestly, what else am I going to do?
I mean, if you have burrito in your hair, there's not much you can do about it.
Yeah.
So if you could talk to any figure from the past, anyone, big or small, any figure, what advice or what would you ask them? What would you talk about? Who would it be and what would you talk
about? I feel like it would be like an old president, like Abe Lincoln or John F. Kennedy, only because they had such good potential to be like such good leaders, and like obviously got cut short. I think more definitely JFK, because he was like the closest, like the most recent assassined president. Not that we have had a lot, but like only because like he saw the future in the United States, and more of like, if there wasn't like a term where you can only be elected like twice for 4 years, what, like, without the politics or anything, like whatever he said goes, like what would he implement, type of thing. Because like obviously like any president could have all these great ideas, but like Congress could just be like, no, bye.
Yeah.
So like more of like talking to him, like, okay, if it was your rules and your rules only, like whatever you say went, what would be like your things to do with America?
And on that note, just to finish and wrap this up a little, what is that one quote that you have in your head all the time? That one quote that marked your life, or an advice someone gave you? What is that, your life motto, to put it that way?
I wish I knew quotes better. Honestly, this is going to be corny as it is, but literally this, I know it's a song, but like it helps. The song Go the Distance from Hercules. Because it's like, he pretty much like started from the bottom, now he's there type of thing. Like, put your mind to it, like you can do pretty much whatever. And like going the distance, and like what he did wasn't like something that everyone else can do. So definitely like reaching out and just like taking the leap type of thing. Because if you don't take the leap, I feel like everyone always does the what if, like what if I did this, like what if, and that like eats you up alive.
It will eat you up alive. You just have to try the weirdest thing, the most riskiest thing, and hope for the best.
Yeah.
At least you tried. At least you.
Yeah.
Well, boss.
Oh, because what was? Oh my God, Pitbull said something. It's like, oh my God, it was like he pretty much did like it's not failure, it's a learning experience. It's oh my God, it's not failure, it's an opportunity. It's not this, it's this. And I was like, way to be optimistic. So yeah.
Yeah, for me, I always say like today is the first day of the rest of your life. So I'm like, you have to do something. Today is the first day.
Yeah.
What would you do to make your life more meaning, like more you, like, you
I
know.
woke up today and was able to do something. It would be to get rid of this coronavirus and
I
get
mean,
back to normal.
I mean, we all would, because right now things are getting a little bit out of control, but again, everything will go through. It will pass eventually.
Eventually. I don't know. I like talk to my family back in New York, and like my cousin's getting married in June, and I'm sitting here like obviously like Florida's not as bad. And I was like, oh yeah, like hopefully, because I'm like asking them like, has anyone heard what they're doing? And they're like, no, like we have no idea yet, because obviously like postponing a wedding's like huge. So like I don't blame them for like taking the last minute. And I was like, oh, but we have like 2 full months to figure this out, like all of May, all of April. And my brother's first response was, Nicole, I don't think you understand how bad it is up here. And I'm just like, you're right, I don't. Like I only go off what they tell me, but like I could tell you about Greece, but it's completely different for when you get there type of thing.
Yeah.
Like pictures and me just explaining it don't do that country justice when it comes to how pretty it is. So like same concept, but in a negative way.
Yeah, it's like right here we have some freedom. Yeah. Even though we were supposed to stay inside. But other countries are like, you can't go out at all. That is a game changer. If they did that right here where we're living right now, a lot of people will go insane.
Yeah,
it would be...
but the thing is, if you look at it, the countries that are doing that, like the strict like quarantine, like I think China, wherever it started, Wuhan, China, whatever, like they just started like letting people like out and about. I mean, it's still restricted, but like sometimes being strict is better.
Yeah, they're doing better. That's true. They're doing better than where they started.
Yeah.
But I just want this to blow over. That's why I'm doing this.
I want this to be over. I had plans this summer, and I'm just like,
I know.
This is really fun. Cramping my style.
I know. We all had something. I am like, I am thinking what to do in like regarding all my plans, because I was supposed to go home. My family was to come over, and none of it is happening.
I was supposed to go home for Greek Easter this coming weekend. So like helping my mom do the eggs and glureikia. And now I'm just like, so now I don't get lamb on a spit. I don't get to see my family. And then next month I was going to go home for my cousin's baby showers. Yeah, 2 of them. And just so happened they were on the same weekend, so it worked out perfectly. And then my cousin's wedding, and then I was going to go to France. And now all that is literally not happening. I'm like seeing it like dissolve, like all the plans just poof. Just like with Thanos in Infinity War, just like poof. Just like everyone's just going.
Like bye.
Just like in a snap, like everyone just slowly fading to dust.
Yeah. I mean, again, like I keep telling myself this, like this will all go away soon. It will all be over soon.
I keep saying soon, and like even at work, I'm just like, so with Disney, we have to like ask if they're celebrating anything, which is really weird to ask now. And I was just like, okay, so are we celebrating anything? Hopefully that we're gonna like potentially make a sick joke out of this coronavirus thing soon. Like right now we can't joke about it, but later on in life, like be like, LOL guys, remember when we were quarantined for like 2 months?
Yeah.
So,
well, thank you so much for your time.
No problem.
That is all for today.
Talking to people.
Yeah, I don't know who's gonna see this, and whoever does, I know for sure they will enjoy it. And thank you so much for your time.
No problem.
To talk to friends and just goof around a little, because as you can see, questions have no sequence or
no, you're fine.
context whatsoever. So
Hey, this is like a normal conversation with me. It goes all over the place. So you're good.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Bye, Milo. Stay safe. Love you.
Bye. Thanks for watching the video. If you want to be part of one of these, just let me know. You know where to find me. It's on Instagram. And yeah, thanks for staying up to the end of the video. Have a good day, good night, good morning. Thanks for watching.